That's Instagram, right?
Oh, they're just straight fucking communist, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on, boys. With their flags and
Yeah, with the flag and everything.
They're chanting communist,
Saying stuff like communism is
revolution.
what we need. Communism is what we need. Something
nah,
like that.
baby. That's a little bit too far. Direct democratic socialism. That's what I'm all about. Yeah.
Explain me what that is, I have no idea. Direct democratic socialism?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we don't need representatives anymore. Like, we've got this pamphlet that went out in the United States of America, like back in the Revolutionary days, by Thomas Paine, called Common Sense, and it basically draws out like the reason for government and the different forms of it, like why you'd actually have representation in the first place, right? And so basically it states that the larger population that you have, the more difficult it is to be able to get everybody to come together and be able to express ideas and like pass laws and actually, have a cohesive government to be able to take care of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I mean, we've got the fucking internet. Like, we're on the internet right fucking now, and we're talking to people that just are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Why in the fuck do I need somebody to be up there talking about my interests? I can talk about my own fucking interests. You know what I'm saying? I can say what I want to be going on in my own community, and I can fucking
But you know that but socialism and communists, that's pretty much the same. They don't gonna allow you to do that.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm about direct democratic.
Do you think you identify yourself feel more identified with the conservative side or the liberal side?
It's a spectrum. I mean, like, I'm more of a conservative when it comes to when it comes to fiscal matters, and I'm a lot more liberal when it comes to social matters.
Well, for me, for example, I think I'm more of a conservative because I think this country was built through hundreds of years following, even though I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, but it was built under the basis of the Christian values. So I think we should preserve and take care of that if we're talking about the basic moral values of the Christian church.
Yeah.
And so, but I also thrive for change and progress. But I think we should be careful with it, Like, we should keep the conservative values that have kept us alive and have built this wonderful country through time. But at the same time, of course, try for improvement.
Keep us alive. Conservatives don't like fucking. What do you? At least not without fucking marriage.
I like fucking. I'm a conservative, 100% conservative, I guess.
Well, you sinning, baby. Fucking like Christian values. Like, come on now.
No, I'm
But
talking.
what happened to the separation of church and state?
What do you mean separation of church from state?
The separation of church and state. That no religion should be creating laws or fucking.
No,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. I agree with that.
I'm talking about an individual level,
Well, yeah, most definitely.
Because I mean the fact of, like, for example, marriage and that type of stuff. I think that's as the most important.
Yeah, I think that the family is the main cell of the society. So in my point of view, I think that I'm a conservative thinking that too.
There's a lot of things that I don't go with conservative. For example, I don't even believe in God. So first of all,
yeah, me neither. But that don't make you
differ.
like.
I definitely believe in God. I just don't think we should be acting like there is one whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, it's just, I'm not sure. I don't believe there's one. What I don't believe for sure is that there is a God out there looking after me and and that he's going to reward me for being a good person based on what? On those moral values that you created? But
Right.
It's just, I don't think, if there's a God out there, it's just so superior that we're not able to understand it.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, as far as the way that our country's ran, I mean, I just see capitalism as just being so fucking wasteful. And I mean, for the time that it was on the rise, I think it's very much so valuable. And I think that it still has its place in our society. It's just there's a lot of things that just flat out should not be.
Well, I got a question. As a person who came from like like 100% communist country that is all the way opposite from of a capitalism. Living here in USA now and seeing the difference from both sides and seeing that this place is so fucking amazing, and I think that is thanks to the capitalism, and I think that is like the best system, not perfect, but the best system that we got right now. So can you explain more about what do you think that is no like that is like fucking like that is breaking the stuff or
bad thing? What do you think is bad about capitalism?
About the capitalism?
What do I think is bad about capitalism?
Yeah.
My biggest issue with capitalism is that it's purely profit driven, right? It's all about making more and more money. It's not about making cars, for example, right? You go back fucking 20, 30 years, you've got fucking vehicles that
I think I got your point now.
For last forever.
Generations. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you can't get a fucking whip to last you more than 2 years before it starts fucking up all day long.
That's a great point, because that's a little proof of why there is necessary a little bit of intervention from the government,
right?
When it comes to trading and
but you want to the government to intervene
as little as possible, because
but if I run a fucking company and I want to do, for example, the same example, cars, all my cars white.
Yeah, but if you make your cars to break on purpose every month, and then every company.
Oh yeah. Like what happened with Apple, like what happened with
exactly.
Apple.
They got sued.
They got sued. That's true. I mean, I agree with that.
It's like libertarianism supports. It's just as little as possible intervention of the government and politicians when it comes to trading.
That's necessary too, because we, like, as human beings, we have I mean, our moral values can break, you know. So that's why we need like a little bit of intervention from the government, and because we're gonna want to fuck one each other every time.
And that's completely the opposite what liberals think. What liberals want is a bigger intervention of the government,
right? Yes.
Setting prices, and for example,
fuck liberals and fuck conservatives, like straight up. Like I look at both the fucking Democrats and
I like libertarians. Libertarians is like they try for freedom, so they support legalization of every drug. They just try to get as much freedom as possible when it comes 100%. To the individual.
Don't tell me what to do.
Equality of rights for everyone, no discrimination. So equality of rights for everyone. That's all you need. You cannot ask for equality of outcome because it's impossible.
Freedom for yourself. The moment that what you do starts to affect other people, that's when there should definitely be something coming in.
Something I also respect and value is I believe in the right of private property too.
Yeah.
Because
to a certain degree.
Yeah, but if you go
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I definitely think that people should be able to own cars, own their fucking clothes, own their own property, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when they're getting to the point of like, I want to own property to be able to fucking pilch other people from their money, like, fuck that, dude. Get a job.
Like BlackRock? Do you mean like big real estate guys or?
Yeah, exactly. Like how you've got all these fucking banks and whatnot coming in and just fucking like.
It's what happened?
What happened?
I mean, that's more corporate.
But what happened if you work really hard to get all that money and you keep investing your money and you get able to have like a big real estate company or something like that? I think that's okay too.
Fuck that. I mean, you go ahead and, like, if you want to make money off of luxury items, fucking all day long, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it. But the biggest thing for me is that as soon as it's something that somebody needs this item in order to be able to live their life and be successful, that's something that I think should be federalized. That's something that I think should be treated as a human right and not as just something that you buy and fucking sell.
Yeah, it's just you got to be careful with that because when the state sets prices, it gets all messed up and then it goes unrealistic. And then, for example, if I have a restaurant myself and I sell pizza, I can charge as much as I want for the pizza. Let's say that the cost of making a pizza is $5 and I sell it for $50. and then the states comes and say, okay, you have to sell this pizza for $4. I'm gonna stop making pizzas, and there's not gonna be pizzerias at all. Fair. So how capitalism works? If I have a pizzeria and I'm charging 50, you open one pizzeria and you charge 10. And then I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna charge 9 and then 7. So when there's monopolies are dangerous. Monopolies
should work.
Yeah, monopoly is when someone owns let's say one sector of economy by himself. So I don't know, BlackRock, for example.
BlackRock,
I can consider that a different from capitalism when big monopolies exist. They don't have competence. They can charge you as much as they want.
I mean, I don't think that the monopolies are that dangerous.
What?
No, I don't think that monopolies are like too
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's just what I said. It's just the pizzas. If there's only one restaurant of pizza, they can charge as much as you want.
They could become dangerous, but when the government is the one who owns the monopoly.
But no, it can also be dangerous when it makes it harder for the little businesses to grow. That's a danger.
That's true.
Because if there's no little business, then there's no competence. Nobody's gonna come from down. So.
See, that's exactly why I am all about things that are not luxury items, like a fucking... Well, I mean, we are getting to a place where a phone is starting to become non-luxury item. But, I mean, when you have things that people need in life to be able to survive and actually function in our society, and you allow monopolies to take over those items, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They can say, "Oh, it's going to be $100 for a piece of bread." You know what I'm saying? Like, because they own all the wheat.
Yeah, but luckily in the U.S., for example, there's not a lot of monopolies of basic needs. There's thousands of brands of bread, and there's thousands of brands of I don't know.
Pfizer, fucking Monsanto. You've got.
You're talking about the pharmaceutical.
That's a good one.
You got food. You've got there's all kinds of different monopolies. You'd be really surprised the amount of companies there are that actually run everything that's going on.
Yeah,
I mean it's fucking wild. I think it's like a good 10 or so that really actually own everything. You've got CNN and Fox News both being owned by the same fucking company, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, fucking
CNN and Fox?
Both. Owned by the same fucking umbrella company. Yeah.
It's curious.
Oh my God.
And it's all about